Hey, all. Father Jim Haney from St. Paul's in the Plains in Lubbock. This morning, one of the St. Paul's family sent me a meme from a classic comedy movie, Caddyshack. I'd actually pulled that movie to watch, but it's in my stack of DVDs to watch at this point. Haven't watched it in years. But the meme is Judge Smales, who's the Ted Knight character, kind of not the villain, but the antagonist in the movie. And it's his quote when he's dedicating his yacht. And he says, "It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat, but the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat." And the challenge of the meme was, can I work that into a sermon? Well, I'm not sure about that particular meme. But we are facing adversity, and the way we handle ourselves in the face of adversity says a lot about us and about our character. And I was reflecting about comedies like Caddyshack. We have in our country, in our culture, for our action movies, we often have a lone action hero. Going back, Gary Cooper in High Noon, or Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry, or the spaghetti westerns, or Bruce Willis in Die Hard. You've got the lone hero in these action movies. But we often have a group of people facing adversity in our comedies. Caddyshack, all the caddies, the frat boys in Animal House. Or think of the great sitcoms. You think of the doctors and nurses of the 407th MASH unit. Or a decade later in the 80s, the big sitcom, the popular sitcom, was folks taking refuge together in a bar where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. Decade after that, it was a group of 6 friends whose theme song promised, "I'll be there for you because you're there for me too." And so we do face adversity as a community. And that makes it especially strange in these times because part of our dynamic is we're hunkering down in isolation. And yet at heart, we are trying to do things as a group. The reason for our social distancing is partially to protect us, but it's also to protect the community and not just me, but everyone else. CDC now says we should wear masks when we go out to the grocery store. And it's not because the mask protects me, it protects you from me, and your mask protects me. And so it's a reminder during these times that we're not, even though it seems we're isolated in many ways, we are still doing this as a community for the common good. It amazes me in the early church, the Christians didn't go out as lone wolf individuals. They went out in groups, and Paul had Silas or Timothy or other members of his entourage that went with him. The church started as a group of 120 that expanded from there, and they did so as a loving community that cared for each other. And I've been really touched by the ways that the St. Paul's community has been reaching out during this time. Y'all are doing a wonderful job of reminding ourselves that we're not in this alone. Through various groups meeting together on Zoom, folks doing errands for other people, I've just really been touched at the way you all have risen to the occasion during these tough times. This is a time when isolation, individualism, fear forces us apart. And yet we are a community. We are social individuals at heart. We are part of this world together where God has placed us. And so one of the toughest things during this time is that we are having to distance ourselves from friends and family members. But take the extra step. Reach out. Social media, phone call, email, whatever it takes. Reach out to those you love and care for. We are in this together. God bless and have a wonderful day.